The topic of the Migration Pact returns like a boomerang during the election campaign. Yesterday's debate was no different. So far, all EU institutions are saying straightforwardly, Poland will either accept illegal migrants or pay for them. But that doesn't stop Rafał Trzaskowski from lying to Poles. At that time, I wrote clearly in the EU documents, which you probably don't know because you know little about the European Union, that if there was migration pressure from Ukraine and if we helped Ukrainians, because in 2014 we were also threatened with that, then we wouldn't accept anyone into Poland. And then we made this huge effort, the majority of Polish people, whom I thank from this place. And there is no question of any migration pact and its enactment because we have it written down in the EU documents that we did our part. Only no one has seen these documents. There are no such documents, and Donald Tusk and his deputy, Rafał Trzaskowski, say one thing, and Europe says quite another. The Migration Pact is in force, and there are hard rules. Let me remind you that it was signed a week after Donald Tusk took power, and it was accepted. They are lying in plain sight for the election campaign. Instead, there are other EU documents showing Trzaskowski's deception. We have been exempted, in fact, from any other obligations because this is written in the EU documents on accepting anyone else. This is the response of the EU Commissioner for Migration. Under EU law, there is no legal way to exempt Poland from implementing any parts of the pact. There are also clear statements from European Commission officials. So please give me a straight answer whether Poland can be exempted from the Migration Pact, yes or no. It's our common migration pact. It is very important that all member states, 27 member states, participated in this pact. I was saying earlier that different member states have a little bit different challenges when it comes to migration, but it is very important that we all cooperate in the pact. Trzaskowski's narrative is refuted by foreign MEPs who support the 13th December coalition. Accepting war refugees from Ukraine will not give Poland anything. Probably, hence the construction of integration centres for foreigners and the blackmail of local governments. I have a letter that your authority from the Łódź Voivodeship Assembly, managed by Civic Platform, is sending at this moment to the local governments of Łódź. This letter was received by the mayor of Bełchatów, and in this letter it is written that if some municipalities oppose the construction of migration centres, this is what Law and Justice did after all. No, it's your Sejmik. What are you saying? This kind of action will be considered discriminatory and will end with beneficiaries losing the possibility of obtaining union subsidies and being obliged to return the subsidy with interest. You want to take away from local governments that did not want to build integration centres for foreigners EU money and have them return the money they have already taken. This is a letter from now and not from 10 years ago. I am not from Łódź. Civic Platform Marshal Szydlewska. Do you know her? Your fellow party member? It seems that Trzaskowski knows Miss Marshal Szydlewska, and it was she who threatened either the construction of an integration centre for foreigners or EU money. But for the Tusk government to fully respect the Migration Pact, they need a president like Trzaskowski, also known as Deputy Donald Tusk. The deputy can't be worse than the boss. Right now, we have the safest border in the EU, and he constantly lies. What border security is Trzaskowski talking about? Here's a message from today. 26th of April, in the Opole district of Grudzica, a 29-year-old man riding a scooter was approached and attacked with a dangerous tool by an unknown man. We are publishing a memory portrait of the suspect. People who recognize the man are asked to contact us. Who is the man in the sketch? Perhaps an illegal migrant. This is in the West. In the East, another lie by Trzaskowski. He and Tusk assure that they have sealed the border and there is no longer a problem of illegal migrants. The problem is there, and it's huge. Republika yesterday revealed shocking photos of the body of an illegal migrant in a forest on Polish territory. The leftist candidates are not leaving a dry thread on the government and Trzaskowski. Indeed, bad things are happening at the border. It's not airtight now, because airtightness is not built by press conferences of either that or that authority, only by the efficiency of the services. The Office for Foreigners does not work efficiently. People who are sent to the so-called strip are not well equipped. The left candidate, on the other hand, speaks critically of the government as if she has nothing to do with it. We remind you, she does. She is in this coalition. Mr. Duszczyk has repeatedly said that there will be no more deaths on the border, and this is another documented case of death on the border because this border is neither safe for migrants, nor for our services, nor for local residents. The safety of Poles will decrease after the implementation of the Migration Pact, which is strongly opposed by Karol Nawrocki and Sławomir Mencen.